I'm going to be sharing with you in this video a powerful perspective that has personally been my experience, because there's different things for different times, for different people in different situations. But for me personally, what I found, and I sincerely hope that this is a reflection that you might need right now, and if it's not, that's totally fine. Honor what you feel you need and where you're at, and if this video does not resonate for you, you can simply click off of it and go find something that is in alignment with what you prefer to see and believe. But for me personally, what has been very valuable for me is to realize that sometimes when you stop trying to heal, when you stop trying to look for the problem, when you stop trying to figure out the shadow and find out the negative synchronicities and why these things are happening to me and why this has happened, like, sometimes when you stop trying to heal, you finally heal. I'm going to share with you what I mean by that in this video, what it specifically means in my life personally, and hopefully it gives you what you need as well. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do actually post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well for more details on how to do that. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you in this video is, and just this again, this has just been my experience, is that number one, integration is where all the actual healing happens, right? Because when you go out of your own space to learn things and to have those connections and explore those different dimensions of consciousness, that's all great. That's all fine. That's part of life, right? It's not just to be closed in your little box, right? And then go looking for all these answers, right? Sometimes it is good to go out and find answers, is what I'm saying. It is good to go out of your box and to find these different things and to go find the answers and to figure out more things, but at some point it becomes too much. It becomes too much. Sometimes what you want to do is take a step back and realize that the real power is in the integration process. The real healing, you actually heal when you take everything that you've learned and you bring it all back into your space, right? And everybody's doing that right now in the collective. I think this is a collective thing, right? I mean, I don't know, that's just been my reality. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe it's applicable to you too, and that's probably why you're here. That might be the reflection that you need. But sometimes the real healing is in the integration process. That means it's time to slow down and not look for the problems. It's safe sometimes to ignore the problems. Just slow down and just be a human. Sometimes that's completely okay to do. In fact, you need to do that. If you need extra sleep, then just go sleep. If you need to slow down on whatever you're doing that brings you the healing, like the retreats and the workshops and the plant medicines, it's okay to just stop and to not do that, right? That's what I needed to do, is just stop exploring. Just don't explore. No more exploration. Just slow down and integrate. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is stop being spiritual. Just stop looking for all these different things, because at some point it stops actually being beneficial, right? And it's not actually what you need, right? And everybody's on their own path, right? And it's not about judging anybody. It's just about realizing that sometimes it's okay to realize that integration is where all the power happens. So that might be what you need to hear. That's been my experience. Sometimes when you stop trying to heal and just slow down, it's like, you can breathe again. You're safe to breathe. And then finally you actually heal and you realize that that's what you wanted all along, and you were just on this roller coaster ride that you didn't even need to go on, but in a way you did, right? But then you realize you don't have to do it. You had to go on the roller coaster ride to realize that you don't have to go on the roller coaster ride. That's the game of life, right? Now, the second thing that I want to share with you in this video is that if you heal too much, right, and you uncover too much at once, right? Like I had a dream the other day, with the archons and the negative entities, and realizing that perhaps that did actually happen to me. But it's like, do I really want to go down this? Do I want to unpack this right now? It's like some people are afraid. It's like, well, what if I don't unpack this? What if I'm running away from something? Look, sometimes you don't want to unpack certain things. That's fine. Sometimes you don't want to unpack. It's like, maybe I'll visit that later. Maybe it's like, it's not going to go anywhere, right? Your shadows there's infinite amounts of shadows to uncover. And all these different things are all waiting to be uncovered. And sometimes you can just say, you know what? I'm not willing to investigate this right now. I'm just going to look at this later. and just ignore it. Everybody needs that at some point. I think that's necessary because there's these two sides to life, right? When you explore and you learn and you go to your comfort zone and then all these things. And sometimes it's like, you know what? You need to stop that. You have to stop. If you heal too much, you will actually be causing damage. That's the second thing that I want to share with you in this video. And by healing, what I mean with that word in this particular moment is not integration, because different words can mean different things to different people. By heal too much, what I really mean is exploring out of your boundaries and what you know works for you and what feels right to you. Sometimes you do want to push the boundaries a little bit, and go outside your comfort zone. But if too much discomfort, too much expansion can just lead right back into a contraction. And then you're on this back and forth of expansion and then self-sabotage. And then you go back and forth and back and forth and back. And it's like, is that doing anything? Chaos, order, chaos, order. How about just come into the middle way and consciously only take on as much as you can handle? That's really where you're going to truly grow. That's true growth, not exploring too much out of your comfort zone and then pulling back and then exploring. And then it's like this self-sabotage game, which we can all fall into these patterns sometimes. I believe that's not beneficial. That's going to cause you more damage in the long run. So, there's just different people are at different phases in their life, maybe at different times. It's just, you need to honor where you're at. That's been my experience. For me personally, if I go too much out of my way, it's not actually doing anything for me. It's quite literally just, it could cause you to actually go a little bit crazy. And it's not that what you're seeing is not real. It's just that in a way, it's like it's not real because it's like you're realizing the unconsciousness or whatever. It's so many different layers to this explanation. That's why sometimes it's hard to use these words. But I'm trying my best here to use the communications that will allow you to understand what I'm saying. But what I'm really trying to say is that sometimes it's okay to slow down and be in your comfort zone. Be uncomfortable because life's going to challenge you anyways. And if you want to go explore challenge later on, you can. You can go visit all these things. So remember, if you heal too much, you can be causing damage. Just remember that. It's okay to not, by healing, I mean it's okay to not explore and venture out into these spiritual realms that are valid and real, but sometimes just maybe not what you need. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, maybe it's not something that you even want to see as real right now. You can consciously just close that, come into your box, and that's fine. That might be what you need. And then in fact, for me personally, before I get to the third point, when I own this more, that's when I actually start to heal. That's the real growth, right? It's like when I just own through what I've learned through contrast, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, let me just integrate all that and own that fully. Then you actually start to heal. Then things start to move forward in life again. So the third thing that I want to share with you, just include this video, is to honor your pace, honor your beliefs, and honor where you're at. It's so critical. Sometimes you just want to honor where you're at. Just honor where you're at. If somebody invites you to some workshop or something that you feel just doesn't sit well with you, because they have their reality, right? They're not bad people for inviting you into that. And if you join that, then and it doesn't feel right to you, you can't really blame them because you chose to participate in that, right? And sometimes it's okay to just say no. It's okay to say no. It's okay to decline certain things because maybe you've been on this momentum of fear and chaos for so long that you're afraid to just say no because you're like, oh, what if they're gonna get mad at me, or what if I'm making the wrong choice? It's like, you know what? That's okay. That's okay if they get mad, and they most likely won't. Oftentimes we come up with all these stories. Can't tell you how many times I've had certain conversations in my life where I thought it was going to be this big deal to say no or to decline this offer or to do this thing because I thought they're going to get mad at me and this and that, and then I say no and they're like, hey, no worries, just let me know. And it's like, oh, well, that was like all this stress that I created for literally no reason whatsoever. So sometimes it's okay to honor your pace, honor your beliefs and where you're at. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for this video. Sincerely hope that this was valuable for you and it was a reflection to you. Just a simple, short, about what I believe to be a very powerful message. As always, enjoy the rest of your day. If you want to work with me one-on-one personally, as always, links is going to be in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video. Once again, as always, enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you in the next video.